Are you a filmmaker, producer, director?
My vision, my ideology into motion picture.
Actor? Screenplay writer? Are you an aspiring filmmaker looking to start a career in the movie industry? Do you want to see what happens behind the scenes when you're looking at those movies in your local cinema? Take 101 will take you on a journey of the filmmaking process from concept to reality, from idea to motion picture. Take 101 will bring you, the industry professionals, and take you through the A to Z of the filmmaking process.
Lucille Morgan on Take 101.
I think first and foremost a writer should try and create a story and characters that relate directly to whatever audience they are trying to communicate to. For example, with Chronicles, before I became a writer full-time, I was very much inside the kind of Comic-Con sort of fangirl area myself. So when it came to writing something, it was kind of more something that I wanted to see. So I knew if I wrote something that I was going to enjoy, then people that were similar to me that enjoyed the stuff that I liked would also like it as well. So I've got, teen characters, teen problems, big guns, big capes, special effects, that kind of stuff. So really, essentially, I was just kind of pleasing myself, which is the best way to start, I think. I think if you enjoy a story, there'll always be someone else that enjoys that story. So.
As far as selling your work, it's difficult. It depends on how established you are. I mean, if you're coming at it from a first time, then yes, you can write an entire feature screenplay and you can send that out to Hollywood, or you can try and get an agent off the back of that, or whichever way you want to approach it. But actually, the way that people are increasingly doing it nowadays is to actually kind of make a proof of concept. If you write and you shoot, or you write and you can direct, or what have you, why not get a crew together? Why not make something that actually shows off your writing? It's potentially riskier because then you can potentially be let down by, bad acting, by bad any kind of part of the production process. But if it goes well, then you kind of have an immediate proof of concept and proof of package, and almost your own showreel that you can then show and try and get more gigs out of.
Son of a bitch. Kill my friends. Kill my friends.
Weapons charging. Weapons armed.
Can I help you?
Yes. Lawyer, yes. I would definitely try and have somebody that can represent you for your contracts. I wouldn't say, it's a difficult one. I wouldn't say if you were starting out you definitely need one, but I have found that it is a lot easier to have somebody who knows contracts a lot better than I do. It just takes that extra pressure off when you're dealing with bigger companies or situations that you haven't learned yet, you're not there yet, because I've done the whole thing from knowing nothing, knowing less than nothing, to being where I am now, and I've certainly needed a solicitor at one stage or another. I'm also a full member of the Writers Guild of Great Britain, and they step in and they help me sometimes. I certainly have done most of my work. I've done short films for different festivals before Chronicles as well, and so most of my work has been done, without an agent. So it depends. If you just want to make sure that you're staying safe, then yes, it's always a good idea.
Yeah, I think a writer, it's good to have an agent, it's good to have a lawyer and all of these things, but I think they will come, If you have a product that's worth selling, if you have an idea that's good, then you'll attract an agent, If you have an agent, then he wants to get a contract with a studio, then you'll get a lawyer, You don't necessarily need to go in and immediately say, right, I want to be a writer, so I'm going to immediately get myself an agent, I'm going to get myself a lawyer. Get a portfolio together, get some scripts made, get some films made, get some work that will get people excited in you, people get scared about copyright and about their voice and about whether their idea is going to be stolen. It's more important in those first stages that people get excited about you, that they get excited about your idea, that they want you to come up with other ideas. They're going to be more excited about you necessarily than your idea, and if they do steal it, then make sure that you have a good paper trail. Make sure you can show exactly when and how you came up with that idea, exactly how you developed it, and then, you've got a good case to say, hey, hang on a second, guys. But I think it's more important to actually get your stuff out there first.
Oh my goodness, there are so many. There are so many different deals you can make. I know when I was dealing with my contract with our online broadcasters, we went through 7 different contracts. It's a long process.
I think the deal that you can strike with an agent or with a studio or with whoever is going to very much depend on how experienced you are and how you're presenting yourself, and you kind of have to always balance, what am I getting out of this? And that can be commercial, it can be how much money am I getting out of this, or am I getting a share of the profits, or am I getting a fee up front with what is this doing for me, what is this doing for my career, So you can start off and say, a deal with an agent where you want to get a full share of everything, but it kind of depends on what the show is that you're doing, it depends on what the feature is, it depends on what the web series is or the short film, it might not be important to get some massive share of everything, or it might be, depending on sort of what your situation is.
There's no real set rules, I don't think, as to what should be offered or what can be offered or whatever. I think the best idea is just to try and keep your wits about you, make sure you're getting as much out of it as they are, and try and find yourself a decent company that, is going to look after you. Well, it depends. If you're selling a script off, you want to write a story and someone wants to buy it, you're going to get the money for that, and that will be it. You have no involvement in that, like the production of that script whatsoever, and that would be like a one-off fee. Or, if you're working as a serial, you might be paid for individual episodes or stuff like that. With web series, it's slightly different. There's different ways of doing it. YouTube is, paying out AdSense for episodes or stuff like that. With us, the majority of our money that comes back is from merchandise. So we've got DVDs, books, posters, t-shirts, that kind of stuff. So there are a lot of different ways to earn money. It's just, trying to land on one that allows you to do it full time is a little bit more tricky.
The ways that a writer can get compensated for their work really change. And again, it depends on your position. If you're just starting out, you might sell a script, you might sell a short film, or you might do it for free in order to get it made. You might sell a web series, and maybe because of the way that is, and it gets put up there on someone else's channel or something like that, it might be a one-off upfront sort of fee. You might do a feature film and you might negotiate for a one-up fee, you might negotiate for some kind of share of revenue or what have you.
Okay, which one of you is Future Duck? Well...
it's difficult because you'll always get different information. When I started out, I actually signed up with a copyright company just to sort of make sure that I guess legally or whatever, that all my work was being looked after. And again, it differs between UK and USA as well, because there'll be, if you go online, you start searching for this stuff, more often than not, you're going to get information from America than you are from Britain as to how to copyright your work. And it's easy to fall into those gaps and pay for things online that you don't necessarily need as a Brit. There are, you know, obviously, for example, with web series, it's already out there. Your voice is already out there. So, you know, you've got 10,000 people who know where this stuff originates from. And there are other things you can do, like I think when I was younger there was I don't even know whether this is true, but I did it anyway, is, you know, you can mail it to yourself as long as it's unopened, it's officially yours. There's tons of different ways you can do, but I think with web series specifically, I feel really safe because my fan base knows who I am. I have a personal profile online, they know my work, they know my voice, so that's sort of where I feel more comfortable.
I won't let you pass me. You won't have a choice. I won't let you pass me. You'll see. I won't let you pass me.
As you may already know, making a film's not rocket science. All it takes is courage and enthusiasm.